The band CAMINO, self-titled. Follow-up to Try Hard, and aside from this song here, I mean, the only other songs I can probably tell you that are worth your time. Weirdly, I like Sorry Mom because I'm in a certain place with my mother, kind of similar-ish in terms of, you know, my own. Though the follow-up track, Just a Face, is probably, I think, one of the highlight deep cuts of this record because it's the closest thing to Try Hard you're going to get on this thing. In the best possible way, of course. Which was that entire album, honestly, but yeah. Roses, I guess, was a decent track. Though I don't know, for an album that's supposed to be explicit already, I don't know why this version on here is edited. Edits out the effing Roses part. When the rest of the album is willing to throw in explicits. I'm so weird to me, honestly. Or at least the way this version on here is. Unless the actual album it does it, then it's so weird that YouTube's doing it. I don't know, but which they never did, and I think that might be something, and it makes me wonder because there was only one other person within my group of people I've hung out with that actually bothered to talk about it, and I don't know what she thought about it, but this album, but yeah, I'm not sure she likes it as much. I hope she likes Just a Phase at least, like I do, in the same sense as I do, but Underneath My Sin's okay. I think I Like You's okay. That's the only thing. I just get mostly a lot of meh out of this record. And the problem is, I do feel like they went a little too far into the Maroon 5 thing, but not to the extent of being being crappy by any means, but it's just, that's the thing. I'm kind of in this, sort of leaning positive, but I'm just kind of feeling meh on this record, guys. I don't got much to say. They're not really, for me personally, there is stuff too they mention. Sorry Mom was great, and given that it was like 2 weeks before Mother's Day when that came out this year, it's kind of weirdly ironic. But yeah. Because First Last Cigarette was, I guess, the first taste of this record, actually, and it was okay. But honestly, apparently the song that wound up, I guess Roses wound up being considered the first taste of it. And then Who Do You Think You Are, I think, was a decent follow-up, I guess. As was I Think I Like You, but the song About You isn't as, you know, I guess Help Me Get Over You is okay for a breakup thing, but it's not, this ain't a strong record. This just doesn't come off strong to me. I'm just feeling, man, I expected, I guess in my own opinion, and that's what the problem for me is I expected something a little more Try Hard for the most part, aside from, or at least in terms of the overall feel of the record, that at least if they were going in the sonic direction, like in the way Know It All was, you know, was fine. But I can see some people still having issues, and there's a lot of things about the lyricism on here that is more personal, but in a way that feels harder to relate to, hard to be relatable in places. There are moments they do, but they don't. But the moments that they do sometimes come off seemingly forced. But what do I know about how modern pop bands, especially those that could almost border into towards what alt pop has become of most 2010s alt pop, but there was something I'm hoping they still at least show the potential they do have, or at least from Try Hard, and try to go back a little more to that, which they did show a little bit of Just a Phase, but I just hope they don't go too far into this territory where they become monotonously as bad as Maroon 5. But we'll see what happens, I guess. What did you guys... But, yeah, like I said, I'm not feeling this thing. Not feeling this thing, but I'm being a little generous. But that's just because it's not terrible. There's something you can find in here, I'm sure, if it's more in your wheelhouse, because unfortunately this was a little out of my wheelhouse, but I was wanting to be more open-minded, and it just wasn't working as well here as opposed to what I got from Try Hard, which surprised me, which was way more surprising to me. This one just felt a little bit more like a label obligation than the actual band themselves. Plus, it also makes me wonder, given the recent issues that have happened going into this record, with, I think, the bassist winding up getting Me Too'd, essentially. So, yeah. Overall, I didn't care. I mean, it's fine. I'm sure there's some people who like this style more than me that would appreciate this more. But I just don't. I don't sound anything. But what did you think of the band CAMINO, self-titled? I'd guess debut or sophomore effort, because Try Hard technically should be an EP, but for some reason, if you go to YouTube Music, they consider it an album. So whichever way you put it, as I guess a legit full length, maybe they're just better sticking with. If that's the case, then if this is what we're considering it, then just stick with EP lengths, I guess. It doesn't overstay its welcome in that way, I guess. But what did you guys think? Leave a comment below. Let me know. As always, guys, keep it random, keep it real, keep it rocking. This is Rockin' Music, Tyler and Tyler. And I'll see you in the next video. I'll link a description to my Facebook page. Follow me there as well. And then click, also, if you like this, rock the like button with the rest if you must. And click the notification bell and click all just to make sure you can get this in your feed. And yeah. Once more, keep it random, keep it real, keep it rocking. Take care, y'all.